Hello, Senior Stoner fan, just a real Senior Stoner back at you for a comparison of opiates, Vicodin, to edibles. And during the comparison discussion, what I'm going to do is give you a peek behind the curtain, if you will, on how Senior Stoner manages his pain with less of these, more of these, which means edibles versus opiates. Here we go. First of all, I have to say that what's happened is I've been able to take my opiate use down from fentanyl patches, 75 milligrams, to one Vicodin a day, 4 times a day. And sometimes I don't have to do that. And the reason I've been able to do that isn't because they've solved my spinal condition. Isn't because I've been able to be operated on. They've all refused. Isn't because I've been able to have the spinal stimulator. Oh, well, your pain changed, Mr. Senior Stoner. It's not going to work now. Carry on. Huh? Well, I didn't take it sitting down. This was all happening during pandemic. And you had to wonder, how was he able to survive? You survived with the love of Mrs. Senior Stoner, and you survived with the love of your family, and the love of sugar, and you all. But you survive by finding a formula to conquer the pain and make you in control of the pain as much as possible. You can't do it with all these, because with all these, you'll stop going to the bathroom. You'll yell at your family and friends. You'll have other complications. You know what I'm talking about, those of you who use these, okay? So how do we take these and use less of these? I'm going to take 4 Vicodin, and put them on the table here in front of you all. Why? Okay, there's 4 on that baggie there. That's a day for Senior Stoner. Instead of 75 milligram fentanyl patches, by the way, did I tell you it was in addition to 20 milligrams of Dilaudid a day, which is morphine essentially? Now down to, to some people this is very strong, but I'm down to 4 Vicodin a day. How? How is that possible? Unless if I really try, if I grit my teeth, or if I'm using alternative methods. And that's the key here. What is the alternative method? What I have found isn't something I cook anymore, okay? It's a way of looking at it, a way of measuring it, a way of using the edible a little bit here and a little bit there, instead of bang like that, okay? No sledgehammer. You don't want a sledgehammer. That's the first thing you need to understand. You want a graduated effect. You want to be happy, dude and lady. You want to be happy. We all do. You want to be out of pain, but how do you get out of pain? If you can't get out of pain, got to get happy. How do you get happy? You got to find something that makes you sing. Find something that makes you go. Find something that makes you move. Okay? And a lot of times, unfortunately, because doctors have a lot of things, it's not going to be these 4 pills. They operate in the background like an aspirin. What I've done is I found nirvana. 2 things. Blackout brownie and animal crackers. You're going to go, what is he talking about? Well, it's 1,000 milligram blackout brownie and a package of 7 pieces of 50 milligrams each animal crackers. They're by the Cookie Factory. I'm sorry I can't tell you where to get them, how to get them. I'm sorry. A fairy drops them off here. I'm sorry. You know, in the air, a stork, whatever. But what I want to talk about is how I use them, okay? Put any of your edibles that you can get in your hands. Here's how I use them. Forget the brand. 350, which is 5 7-piece units. 7 50 milligram units. 1,000 milligram brownie. Well, I've tried eating the whole 1,000 milligram brownie and I almost didn't wake up. It was unbelievable. I got the shakes, the shivers, the you know what. It was crazy. So what you need to do, very simply, A company called Korova used to include a grid on how to cut it, because what you have to do with this brownie is you have to take it out and score it. You're going to say, what do I mean by score? Well, this already comes 7 50-milligram pieces. So you can take it as you need it. I take 1 or 2 a day, depending. Okay? But my primary edible is the Blackout brownie. And how I do it is the following way. For you guys, simply, you're going to measure it. Take a tape measure, and it's going to measure roughly 3 inches square. 3 inches by 3 inches. So what am I going to do? I'm going to make tic-tac-toe out of it, essentially. What you're going to do is you're going to cut it into 10 equal pieces. You're going to say, why? Why? Because you want to take it with you, let's say. I'm going to put away my pills. Why? Because you might want to take it with you, number one. Why? Because that way it's pre-measured, okay? And it's easy. That way you put it back in there and you have the pieces. Well, that's really the textbook way to do it. I'm going to tell you guys again, under the hood. I'm giving you a picture, a look behind the curtain. I don't do it that way, okay? I take it as I need it, and sometimes I'm off. That's not good, which means sometimes I haven't had enough, and sometimes I've had too much. There's a sweet spot. It's like with a tennis racket or with a golf club. You know what I mean when I say sweet spot. So what you're going to want to do is you're going to simply want to cut this into the piece that makes sense for you. Everybody's going to have a different size piece they want, okay? I usually start with about 1/10, 1/9 of the unit, and I go from there. So, for example, I'm going to cut a piece about this big. You'll see. I go on the corner, and I cut. Careful with the crumbs. This is very powerful stuff, so you can't even leave crumbs around for children or pets. I'm serious about this. Don't take a chance. Don't leave it around if you have a cat. So here's what it comes out. You're going to joke and say, Senior Stoner, you're going to be kidding me. That's about 1/12, 1/12, 1/10. Yes, it is. Okay? Because you can always add more with an edible. One of the bad things about edibles is you can't go back and give it away back. Oh, I had too much. Sorry. You got to wait it out. So I recommend you start slow. Do not, I repeat, do not eat a whole 1,000-milligram brownie and think I'm a strong person, it'll be fine. Don't do it. So here it is right here. All right. The rest, I put back in. Now, an hour from now, I'm going to reevaluate. I'm going to say, gee, do I need more? Now, part of the day today, remember what did I say before? It's about being happy. So I said, part of the day, unfortunately with this storm, I've been very stressed out, which doesn't help pain. But I would like to go watch TV and relax with sugar and sing for Mrs. Stoner when she comes home. So this particular brownie, the Blackout brownie, is as it says it is. It is extremely strong. Wow. I'm already feeling it, believe it or not. This is a little different feeling. I'm almost going to say it's sativa versus indica. Strong indica with a hallucinogenic element. But the animal crackers are a nice enhancement. Animal crackers, candy coated, covered with little sprinkles, are really tasty, excuse me, for eating. And the effect is going to be like a wave. Now that you've put these two together. So what I've learned to do, and what I hope you all will learn to do with your edibles, is take your time. Know what you're doing. But know what you're doing. You know what I'm saying? It'd be a shame to have all this knowledge that we all have about edibles and then cut it in half and take 500 milligrams and think, oh, it's going to be cool because I'm going to a party. It won't be cool, all right? Somehow it's the way this brownie is engineered. It's too strong. Layer in something like this, which is a little bit of a pick-me-up. You'll have a hybrid effect is what I would call it. And now you've woven in two of the best things I can think of to keep yourself happy. The whole discussion could have been framed, would you rather be happy than in pain? Well, you have a secret way to do it. You're looking at the stack of how to do it. And I have the stack here, and it's important you're looking at the stack for the right reason. It's not because I want to show you my inventory. You've seen that before. You've seen my inventory. Not because I want to show you all the packages. Because I want to show you that I have a lot of them. More than this. And that I can control myself. And that's the key. You need to have self-control. Success with edibles. Self-control equals success with edibles. Okay? You know, a doctor gives you a prescription, the Vicodin, take 1 a day, senior stoner, 4 a day, 4 times a day. Okay, or up to. They gave you the prescription. It's not on here in these packages. It has ingredients. It does not tell you how to take it. It says 7 servings per container on here. Probably because they wanted the package to be the same. My point is, that's 135 milligrams. That's a lot for a person who hasn't had an edible before, for example. So, you're individual. Use your individual judgments. Maintain your individual tolerances. Measure it out, just like I showed you. Use a grid. Make your own template if you have to. And remember, it's very simple. You want to use more of these and less of these. This is the Real Senior Stoner. Have a great day, everybody. If you thought this video was good, please subscribe. Cheers.